The ending of the new empire propels Kong into a pivotal role. He has finally ascended to the throne as the undisputed king. With dominion over the Hollow Earth and a formidable army of loyal apes at his command, Kong is now in a position to fully embrace the title that has long been his destiny. Ending his journey without delving into his transformed perspective on the world would be a narrative misstep. For years, Kong has been a protector of humanity, but his responsibilities have now expanded. He must safeguard not only people, but also his burgeoning tribe, an allegiance that significantly alters his priorities. This shift opens the door for an obvious sequel hook. Any titan or rogue great ape emerging from the depths of Hollow Earth could pose an existential threat to Kong's rule and the survival of his tribe. The stakes are personal and they're high. Furthermore, this evolution in character could rekindle his rivalry with Godzilla, particularly if the so-called king of the monsters ever exhibits questionable loyalty. The dynamic between these two alphas is ripe for exploration. What begins as a shaky alliance could quickly devolve into another clash, forcing the two to redefine their relationship in the process. Interestingly, Adam Wingard, who directed The New Empire, has already teased potential storylines for a third crossover. Reports suggest that early drafts included a post-credits scene hinting at a new villain, which was ultimately cut. Wingard has alluded to the franchise shifting away from the familiar territory of Hollow Earth-centric narratives. The intention is to expand the MonsterVerse's lore in fresh and unexpected ways. The most tantalizing idea is a space invasion. Cosmic threats have long been a canon of Kong and Godzilla mythology. Historically, the Toho films introduced extraterrestrial titans intent on conquering Earth, and a similar angle could inject new life into the franchise. However, fans shouldn't expect a direct adaptation of classic storylines. Warner Brothers and Legendary have carved out their own vision for MonsterVerse, often diverging from the source material. This means we're likely to see significant retcons and the introduction of entirely new titans, just as The New Empire brought us Scar King and Shimu. The third crossover in the series could very well feature an all-new villain with an origin that reshapes the so-called legendary Titans lore. Whether this new threat is a cosmic invader or something else entirely, it signals a bold direction for the franchise. The question isn't just who Kong and Godzilla will face next, but how their evolving roles as rulers and protectors will collide and what that means for the MonsterVerse's future. The groundwork for the third movie has been laid out masterfully, with audiences still captivated by giant monsters dominating the big screen. Warner Brothers wasted no time for announcement. However, there's been a shakeup behind the scenes. Adam Wingard has stepped away from the project. Now in his place is Grant Sputor, a relatively untested name in the realm of blockbuster filmmaking. To steady the ship, Warner Brothers brought on Dave Callaham as the screenwriter, a familiar name for MonsterVerse fans. Callaham penned the first Godzilla and Shang-Chi for Marvel, showcasing his ability to handle both grand spectacle and character-driven narratives. Fans are clamoring for a darker tone and a sense of grounded realism reminiscent of the first Godzilla. The producers have hinted that the third film will directly pick up where The New Empire left off. Currently, Kong reigns as the king of Hollow Earth, while Godzilla watches over the surface world. But I suspect the story won't simply pick up in real time. A time jump feels inevitable and necessary. Imagine a more mature Gia, with years having passed for her to grow alongside Kong as he fully adapts to his new role. Such a leap could also deepen the dynamic between Kong and Zuko, a relationship that practically begs for its own dedicated movie. A few years' time would also allow for more of Hollow Earth's hidden terrors to emerge, perhaps ancient titans who challenge Kong's rule. As for the plot direction of Godzilla x Kong 3, it's anyone's guess. It could delve into cosmic threats, bringing in extraterrestrial titans that aim to conquer our planet, or it might remain grounded in the mystery of Hollow Earth. Personally, I'd like to see the third part explore the legendary Titan War, a battle between Kong's ancestors and Godzilla's kin. Such a storyline would add richness to the franchise and offer a thrilling backdrop for the lore. Dan Stevens, who played the Trapper, recently teased his return in the threequel. In an interview, he expressed excitement not just for Godzilla x Kong 3, but for the future of MonsterVerse. Stevens hinted at spin-offs that could explore Hollow Earth and other untapped corners of this cinematic universe. He also praised Grant Sputori as a great choice for director, adding to the growing optimism surrounding the project. Still, for the MonsterVerse to truly flourish, the franchise needs to pivot away from repetitive Hollow Earth narratives and lean into the unexplored cosmic side of its lore. Authors must also deliver a villain with substance. Scar King was underwhelming. This is the MonsterVerse's chance to redeem itself by introducing a well-crafted antagonist that adds emotional and thematic weight to the story. Warner Brothers seems optimistic given the strong box office performance of The New Empire. If the trilogy's conclusion lives up to expectations, there's a good chance we'll see spin-offs like Son of Kong. If all goes well, Godzilla x Kong 3 could hit theaters as early as 2026 or 2027. Subscribe.